Tonight's guest is a surprise guest because we go way back a number of years, and getting him to come up here has always been a big problem. So tonight it's Terry Rangno, Terry Rangno of the formerly of the We-5.
I'm still with the We-5.
Yeah. Well, that's right. You are still with the We-5. I forgot all about that.
You go back a ways.
Yes, that's true.
Didn't I sue you once?
No, not quite. I think that was, I think you went after, I'm trying to remember what company it was. I think it was MGM or somebody like that. And I came in to help you, if I recall. But no, we go way back. I was only teasing. Terry's been an old friend for a long time. In fact, he gave me this tie. And when he took Mike Lewis with him on the, you don't remember that?
It's the ugliest looking tie I've ever seen.
Well, it's ugly because that was the tie you gave me when we gave you Mike Lewis to go on tour with you guys with the We-5.
You forced him to go with us.
Well, that's true. That was well, I blame Ed Cobb for that.
He didn't even. He said, "I don't know how." He was an acid rock guy, and he wound up in We-5. Which
No,
was
that's true. That's true. That's very true. But it was an important. Yeah. No, it's still safe. So I appreciate that. Well, listen, I got to tell people about you. I mean, that's the whole thing. Which I was really surprised. I'll be honest with you. I didn't know you had all these motion picture credits.
Yeah, I do.
I didn't know. When did you start? I mean, how old were you? 2 years old or something?
No, I was about five and a half.
5 years old. I mean, I can't believe this. Look at these movies. Someone Up There Likes Me with Paul Newman. Long Hot Summer again with Paul Newman and Orson Welles.
I like Paul Newman.
Yeah, and you had you played with Danny Kaye, and I mean it's just unbelievable. I didn't realize you did. I mean, were you a child actor? Was that the whole thing? When did you grow up and they just didn't take you anymore? That's what usually happens to child actors.
That's exactly what happened. Well, the last thing I did, I was 19, but I hadn't worked for a year or so before that, but it was you get to be about 14. Same thing happened to Tommy Reddick from Lassie.
Oh, really?
And yeah, he just couldn't get any work, and it happens to a lot of guys like that.
Well, I see you have television credits, which is again a shock. Maverick, one of my favorite shows. I believe it's Cheyenne. Another one was it Clint Eastwood?
No, Clint Walker.
Oh, Clint Walker. That's right. You're absolutely right. Bat Masterson, which I love that. Red Skelton. That had to be fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, these credits, I can't go through these credits, otherwise I'll be here all night just giving you credits.
Well, I don't like to brag, but if you want a complete list of them.
Oh my God. What is this? Are you going to now give me papyrus? Papyrus thing? Is this the Dead Sea Scrolls now with your credits on here? I can't believe it.
I might look good, but I've been around a long time.
Obviously. There's no question about it. I mean, your music biz credits, the Ramones, and you work with Phil Spector, Diane Warwick, Maxine Nightingale, Andy Williams. I didn't realize you did all these things, Terry. I'm actually kind of surprised.
How come you're only paying scale?
Well, I can't help that, but they don't give us much. Oh, by the way, how did you like the new studio?
It's beautiful. Yeah. I mean, you even got air conditioning.
Well, that was a big thing. I had to convince the higher ups. Joe Stroder's usually overseas. He takes the money, so.
Cheap chisel and tightwad?
Yeah, we have to deal with that. So now you're still out there performing, and you're out there with the revised We-5. Is that what it is?
We're
still out there doing it. Yeah.
Mostly old folks' homes. But we do.
Well, most of those guys that are in the band should be in old folks' homes.
I'm one of the youngest.
Well, whatever. But you got some good musicians now. I've heard of rehearsals and so forth, and. The keyboard player sucks, but otherwise
I don't know. Well, Mike Lewis, I mean, you got to understand, he's one of the best keyboard players in the country, but the city, it's a different story.
That's a different story. We understand that, we interviewed him on one of our first shows, W. Michael Lewis. As you know, he's from El Coco fame and everything else that he has. A lot of credits Michael has, and he comes on our show occasionally. But anyway, I want to talk about a little bit about the We-5 that you all are doing. Obviously, you're rehearsing a lot. You got some recording things that you have coming up. You're going to do a new album. And,
as a matter of fact, we're going to have one released on SnailWorx, as you know.
Yes, that's true. I did talk to SnailWorx people, and they did tell me that was definitely a forthcoming project. But you have two others that I understand. One is sort of, I would say, a novelty approach. I think it's Doc Rodgers and the Rodgers
and the Rock Dodgers.
Oh, the Rock Dodgers, Doc Rodgers and the Rock Dodgers.
Well, we got that.
Well, please explain that to me.
We used to work a lot of places where people actually threw things at us,
well, I can understand why.
Well, me too, and so I wasn't mad at them for doing that or anything, but it kind of, after a while, we just kind of got the idea to, as a matter of fact, Doc Rodgers, he couldn't make it today because he's put on a little weight, and it's not really that he's embarrassed about that or anything, but because we're kind of because this is a low budget show, I couldn't afford to rent a crane to get him out.
Well, I actually, in fact, I was surprised. What, Mr. Producer? What did you say? Oh, you forgot to tell me about the cancellation that it was going to be. Got it. Now I know what happened. So we know that it's you're replacing him.
I produced the album, and so, what do I know? I'm just a producer.
Right. So what about the music for this Doc Rodgers thing? What kind of music is this?
It's actually irreverent rock for irreverent times. That's how we're marketing it. And it's social commentary, satire from, we give it to everybody. It's not just one-sided. And there's a song on there that Dennis and I wrote years ago called Stand in Line. It's about collecting unemployment, which is something we know plenty about. Hollywood Unemployment Office.
Yeah. Right.
Matter of fact, we went...
I remember that myself.
We went in there once. We would come off the road. We'd be home for maybe 2 weeks or so. And, I wanted to... Before we went back out again. So we'd go down and collect unemployment for those 2 weeks. Well, one day we went down and we were on the way to play golf.
Oh, why do we to collect unemployment? Yeah. I think...
He had an MG, an old MG, beat up MG that had no top. It was a convertible with a ripped top. We couldn't leave our golf clubs in the car, when we went in to get our money. So we had our golf shoes on, clomped in there like that. And we were standing in line with the 2 golf bags, and that's where that song came from.
I see. So pretty creative. You go to the unemployment office and you write a song, and then you get it published, and you collect money. And then when that's over, you go back to the unemployment office and write another song.
Exactly.
Is that it? Pretty good.
That's pretty much how it works.
Not bad.
And we had another song on there called "Every Time You Leave Me, I Get a Free Trip to the Cleaners," which is about getting divorced.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was a trip to the cleaners, that you lost your laundry or something.
No.
Road.
This has to do with women cleaning you out.
Oh, well,
my ex-wife, for instance, well, that was so long ago, I can't even remember her name. Oh, yeah, I remember. It was Plaintiff.
Plaintiff.
Yeah,
Plaintiff that was good.
She took everything.
She took it all, right.
I wound up with nothing.
Well, the secret to that is, you just never marry a plaintiff.
That's it.
I told you I loved you. Now I regret it. You champagned up all my money. You ruined all my credit. But every time you leave me, I got to sing the blues.
Wow, I can't believe that. That was really unusual. My God. I mean, this is a CD that you're going to be putting out, for heaven's sakes. I'm going to look forward for this album. I hope I get a free sample from SnailWorx. They're so chintzy.
Don't count on it.
Don't count on
it.
No. Anyway, so...
they used newsprint for my contract.
They used newsprint for your contract. That's good. It's a Long Beach Herald.
Yeah.
I can figure. Okay, so listen, let me get into these icons here, right? I mean, you still an engineer? Do you still you do stuff, studio work and all that kind of stuff?
I'm a studio musician too, and but I'm basically kind of concentrating on the Doc Rodgers because it's so much fun.
Well, I can see that. What were some of those engineer credits that you did? You were doing as an engineer?
Well, I freelanced for a long time, and then I worked out at a studio on the staff. It's called Devonshire Sound, which is out in the Santa Ana Valley.
Right, after
and also independent recorders. But originally, Carl Engelman and his brother Bobby, who's the name of the veteran, owned that studio, and they were kind enough to allow me to learn how to engineer and produce and all that, and I really didn't know much when I went there, but they were very, very good to me.
Now, you didn't do any work at Producer's Workshop, which was the...
Oh, yeah. That's what we did. We did the We 5, the last We 5 album that is going to be coming out on SnailWorx. And that was done with Ed Cobb.
The latest album, Rotated Love, a wonderful person. Was
a
close friend of mine, and partner for many years. I'm really kind of surprised. I always thought that you were in a retirement home or something.
Oh no, that's.
I guess you're kind of like
next month.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. But with this new band that you're doing, I mean, you guys are going to do the circuit, the old age home circuits.
Yeah, we're going to work Leisure World and all that stuff.
Oh,
we're all the hips.
Well, how about Doc Rodgers?
We're looking for more places like the Christian Science Reading Room and the Brew Room and McDonald's up here in Hollywood.
That would be great.
Sybil Brand Institute.
You could get a big crowd there, I'm sure.
Well, Sybil Brand, it's all in.
Yeah. Now, how about Coachella? Will you play out there?
Sure. I'll play any place, anytime. I don't give a shit.
I just wanted to know whether you would be playing a big concert, one like that, other than the Brew Room. What else is going on?
Well, we wish you a Meowy Christmas, which is a shameless plug. This is a Christmas album of all singing dogs and cats.
Now, hold on a second. Let me just repeat that, please.
This is a Christmas album that's featuring all singing dogs and cats. They're singing all these Christmas public domains. So there's no publishing dogs. That's what it is, and with a conductor and everything. And it's beautiful Christmas music.
Now, where did you get these dogs and cats? I mean, don't tell me you went out and signed like talent, like a talented dog, and you brought him into a talent.
I went to Cat High, and that's where I got this.
Oh my God! I can't believe this. This is going to be a real CD now, right?
Yeah, and
this is coming out on SnailWorx also.
It is, and I hope to make a lot of money on it because it was really a pain in the rear to do.
Yeah.
I mean, between the Union and Furball.
So you had Union cats.
The Union cats. Oh man.
All right, let's get a few things straight here. Here's the Union you're dealing with. We got unlimited cat litter breaks. We got double time, triple time, overtime, all the time. Miss a meal, triple time. Minimum of 3 cat naps. No fewer than 6 fire hydrants for the dogs. Otherwise, we cut out.
Furball breaks. Mouse chasing breaks. In fact, at one point, the entire bunch of cats refused to.
They went on strike. Don't give me that.
They went on strike because they didn't want to do anything that had strings on it because of the cat bed issue. So
this is
ridiculous. I mean, it really was. I had.
Did they have an agent? These cats?
Of course.
Don't tell me you went through the whole gamut to have an agent so that they get the 10, 15, or 20% that they take all the time.
They took that, and then and then we went.
Don't tell me you had cat mobiles come by for grooming and all stuff like that.
Well, that was part of the contract. Are you kidding me? You can't get decent cats these days without doing something like that.
Obviously, you can't. This is.
I went up to 47, the Union level 47. I couldn't get it. Well, a bunch of lazy cats. They didn't want to do anything.
They didn't want to do anything. Most of them are long-haired guys, I guess. Right?
Yeah, there was a couple of Himalayans there, and so it was just. But this was very difficult. It was a labor of love. Yeah. And the dogs.
Yeah, see, the thing is, this is your this is your songbook here.
No, this is a yearbook from Cat High, and that's where I went to get all the cats. I tried to get professional cats, but they didn't work out. But then as soon as I hired these guys, they all joined the union. So what are you going to do?
Well, nothing you can do about that. I mean, you got a union cat, whatever. But I mean, it was just, what about you had some in after it, some in musicians. That's right. What you had to play the whole thing, right? Well,
you know how many cats it takes to play a piano?
No, I don't.
3. You got a problem with that? That's what I was dealing with all the time.
3 cats.
Yeah, and then they did. One would play one. They wouldn't go past middle C because
the poor thing.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever do this again.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is again, we have one of these crazy interviews here with and Terry, a long-time guy. Well, I guess we're gonna have to have him back. There's too many stories he's got to tell. I want to follow up though on these 2 releases with.
Did they give you a volume knob at this time?
Well, I didn't even get a microphone. I want to follow up with the Doc Rodgers and the Rock Dodgers.
The country's in a crisis. The president's a dope. Everybody's unemployed. We're on a slippery slope. Old folks dropping dead. We're starving them, you see. I know it's all the truth. I seen it on TV. There's poison in the
meow thing that he's got.
We woof you a Merry Christmas.
We woof you a Merry Christmas. Sounds like you're chewing gum or whatever it is. But I mean, wow. Anyway, thanks for coming, Terry. It's always a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is. Please stand up and take a bow. Our audience is just wave at him. We'll say goodnight. We'll go back. Pause.
Do you validate?
Till your feet hurt so bad and you smoke till you're mad. They tell you candid line that way. Until the lady says you got to come back at 2.
I talked to the governor last night in my dream, and he told me,
well, listen, son, things just ain't as bad as they seem.
said I've been working since the time I was 2.
Don't worry about a thing now. The government's gonna take care of you. We know how to do it, too.
Until your feet hurt so